I'd like to thank Danas very much for the invitation to represent the British Embassy at this important event today. Energy efficiency is a priority of the British government for a number of reasons. It's a priority because it's a low-cost, high-return win on many levels, lowering energy intensity, decreasing the need for new energy infrastructure, and enabling greater utilisation of energy reserves for increased revenue, exports, and domestic consumption. Energy efficiency is one of the cleanest ways to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and increase energy security. In fact, the International Energy Agency has estimated that global energy demand would be 50% higher today without the energy savings achieved through energy efficiency since 1973. Greater improvements in energy efficiency are also needed to meet goals for CO2 emission reduction, and that can only be facilitated by a coordinated global effort. The creation of an international partnership for energy efficiency cooperation will help to achieve the necessary implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of national energy efficiency policies. What I'd like to talk about today is to give a snapshot of current UK energy efficiency policy measures. In September last year, the UK government announced the launch of the Home Energy Saving Programme. This programme will provide assistance to fuel poverty-vulnerable households, and it does this by helping them permanently cut their energy bills through energy efficiency improvements in their homes. One of the key elements of this programme is an estimated £1 billion commitment from energy companies to invest in making homes more energy efficient. This is in addition to their existing obligation under the Carbon Emissions Reduction Target, or CERT, to spend £2.8 million over the next 3 years, helping customers to save energy. In November last year, the UK Climate Change Act came into force. This act has two main objectives: to improve carbon management and help the UK's transition to a low-carbon economy, and to demonstrate the UK's commitment to contributing to reducing reducing global emissions. The Act contains provision for legally binding targets, a carbon budgeting system which caps domestic emissions over 5-year periods, and the creation of a committee on climate change. This is an independent expert body to advise on levels and focus on carbon budgeting. Also, at the end of last year, the British government announced that it would mandate the provision of smart meters to all households by the end of 2020. And there are currently a range of policy issues under consideration which need to be developed further in preparation for the rollout of smart meters. These include the delivery model, meter functionality, programme management, and so on. In February this year, the British government's Department on Energy and Climate Change, together with the Department for Communities and Local Government, jointly published a consultation on a new heat and energy saving strategy. This document sets out the British government's vision to 2020 and beyond. It looks at a range of policies which could help to decarbonise the way we heat our homes and businesses, helping us to reduce the UK's CO2 emissions and to contribute to the target of obtaining 20% of all EU energy from renewable sources by 2020. Just last month, when our budget was announced, energy efficiency featured strongly, with a provision of £8.9 billion over the period 2008 to 2011. This money is earmarked for measures to help households, businesses and the public sector to use less energy. It encompasses carbon emissions reduction target, the Community Energy Saving Programme, the Energy Savings Trust, smart metering for small and medium enterprises and public sector sites, reduced value-added tax for energy saving materials, an allowance for landlords making energy savings, and incentives for thermal insulation in industrial installations. Just to say a little bit more about the Carbon Emissions Reduction Target, or CERT, the proposal is for a 20% increase in the current energy efficiency scheme. It expands the help available to customers and offers real-time displays and energy efficiency advice. This scheme currently means energy companies offer subsidised energy efficiency measures such as loft and cavity wall insulation, high efficiency appliances, and low energy light bulbs for consumers. This means that more money, approximately £510 million, will be available to extend the number and variety of measures. And the CERT will also be extended to 2012. Finally, we have a new community energy savings programme which will run in parallel to the CERT, and this will provide help for around 100,000 homes in low-income areas, backed by an expected £350 million in funding from energy suppliers and generators. Thank you very much.